life in Asia is so fast and business is changing so quickly, is that the only constant in business life is change, continual change. So we have to learn, I have to learn to be comfortable with change, constant change. And we have to learn to be able to multitask and change our ideas and strategies very quickly.
What the first company you worked for in the Asia Pacific region?
Well, I first came to Asia with Xerox.
Xerox.
Fuji Xerox.
Oh yes.
And I was a sales guy.
Yes. You manage the team with the Japanese style or American style management.
So it's very interesting. So American corporation, Japanese joint venture.
Yes.
And I was based in China.
Yes.
So 3 different cultures.
Yes, yes.
So managing people and managing people with goals and aspirations, very important. And being able to manage through American culture, Japanese culture, which is very different, and then Chinese culture, which again is different. And really, to be successful, you have to understand culture and adapt to the culture. So I have to adapt. The culture does not adapt to me. So I have to be able to change very quickly my personal style to make sure I can help my teams be successful in China or Hong Kong or Singapore or Vietnam.
What is the turning point to your business life?
The turning point to my business life was running my retail business.
Retail business, yes.
25 years ago. I started my business with my partner with £2,000.
Yes.
And we had a retail store in England. And the turning point is I was very young, 24, 25 years old.
Yes.
And for the first time in my life, I had to manage a business, staff, cash flow, and profitability. Yes. Very stressful. Very stressful. And every week we had targets to hit, otherwise we couldn't pay our debts. We had to pay the rent on the store. So it taught me to be very focused, very dedicated, and very passionate. You have to be passionate to succeed in business. You have to be excited about what you do. So that was my turning point. I realized that you have to be passionate about a business to be successful. You don't need a lot of money to be successful, but you really need to be able to focus on a few things and do them well. I focused on giving consumers a great retail experience. So we had a very open retail environment where people could taste the cheese. So we realized the experience was very important.
How about the joint venture with Dell Corporation now?
Well, I'm excited about Dell, and the reason I'm excited about Dell, it's gone through a transformation. I mean, if you just look at this computer now, this is called the Adamo XPS. Number one, it's probably the most beautiful computer. And it's also the thinnest computer.
You truly are a marketing expert.
And you just stroke it, and it opens. Yes. So this is what gets me excited every day, is being able to be close to beautiful devices like this, which will really help change people's lives. And the reason being is that, you see, in Vietnam, people's first experience of the internet is going to be with a Dell computer or a Dell touchscreen device like the devices we have here. So I'm very excited about helping grow the Vietnamese economy, the knowledge learning. So with Dell here in Vietnam, we are really helping change people's lives in a very important way. Allow people to have their first computing experience at a low price. And really the first time people are connected and get onto the internet. And then once you're on the internet, your whole life changes.
So you think joining Dell is also the turning point to your business life?
I think this is the start of a journey where I can really help consumers, families, young people in Vietnam by using Dell products to be really themselves successful. So, you know, I'm excited about being here in Vietnam and excited about working for Dell. I think it's a big challenge. These markets are fast growing. Competition is intense. Margins are low.
But to the Vietnamese consumers, Dell's computers are a little bit expensive to other brand name.
Well, value for money. We like to talk about that. Absolutely correct. But our materials, our finish, our design, our electronics, very high quality from American company. And over a period of time, we will be launching more value-conscious products designed for the Vietnam market and designed for first-time buyers in Vietnam. So we are really focusing on this market as a way to grow.
Now I return with your job. I think you are the inspiration to many people. Who inspire you?
Thank you. Who inspired me? I think my parents.
Oh, your parents.
They inspired me because they were so hardworking and dedicated.
Very good.
And my father worked very hard, sometimes 7 days a week, took no holidays, so very hardworking.
He also was a businessman?
He was also a businessman. He worked for Ford Motor Company.
Oh, yeah.
And my mother was in the medical business. My mother was a nurse, so very hardworking, so they inspired me. And then different leaders throughout my career have inspired me. Leaders that have inspired me are people that are passionate and really focused on helping others succeed.
You have no inspiration from among the IT community?
Well, I was very fortunate to work for Apple. Steve Jobs is truly a inspirational character.
Yes.
One of the finest minds in IT. I was also fortunate enough to work for Microsoft. So I had access to Steve Ballmer and Bill Gates, listening to them speak, and they are very inspirational. And what's good about Michael Dell, for example, Steve Jobs, Steve Ballmer, they all started from nothing.
Yeah.
And they've grown to massive corporations. And I really believe in the future, the new Microsofts, the new Dells, the new Apples will start in countries like Vietnam.
Thank you, Mr. Ian. Kính thưa quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Nhà lãnh đạo doanh nghiệp với ông Ian Chapman Banks, Phó Chủ tịch của tập đoàn Dell Corporation và Tổng giám đốc của vùng châu Á Thái Bình Dương. Chúng tôi sẽ trở lại quý vị trong vòng vài phút tới. Xin cảm ơn quý vị.
Đơn vị đại diện tiếp nhận quảng cáo kênh FBNC, công ty BHD, điện thoại 848 3827 4829, 093 880 9558, email excel@bhdvn.com.
Kính thưa quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Nhà lãnh đạo doanh nghiệp với ông Ian Chapman Banks. Và trước khi vào phần 3 của chương trình nói về những cơ hội tại Việt Nam, thì chúng tôi muốn mời quý vị xem một phóng sự mà phóng viên của FBNC thực hiện tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh. Xin mời quý vị.